boiling hot summer in the UK. For a brief period of time, the temperature went down, but now it's gone back up, and very hot indeed. But the difference is there isn't a fan on in the background, because unlike in the plushies video from, I think it was a couple of years ago, or if not, yeah, if not last year, it was a lot more hot. But luckily it's not quite as hot as it was that time. So we're doing a video, well, I'm doing a video. This is a video on another Beast Morphers Zord. This is the Beast Chopper Zord. And is the light actually doing anything? No. Don't really need it for this video, but again, got to put it aside to remind me to charge it up later. I forgot to charge it normally, so I'm trying to find a way for me to remember to charge it up, because I normally forget. Luckily, I have got an idea. My idea is to there we go. Just put the light on the side next to where the stairs are, because it's just being filmed from stairs. So when I'm going to go downstairs, I'll see the light and say, oh look, I need to charge it. Because right now it's got no battery on it at all. That's why the video appears to be a bit grainy, but there's nothing we can do about that. The only thing we can do is introduce this Zord. And Hasbro, you didn't do a good job design-wise. Because if you remember, with the other two Zords, the Cheetah and the Gorilla, there's always like a full-fledged vehicle mode, you know, without the animal head. This is the Chopper's full-fledged vehicle mode, and it looks wrong. I'm so used to seeing the rabbit head on the front of the copter, and it's not there. It just looks wrong, but you can rectify it by indeed removing the face, the thing. You can see here, you just have to spin this around, because it's a copter side, rabbit side. Plug it in. There, that's better. The Chopper, yeah, the design's not bad. I feel like the paint has maybe fallen off a bit. There could be some more paint on the side, because I think there's some more, although I'm not entirely sure if that was not. And this is my biggest gripe with this entire Zord, because you've got this big red thing. I don't know what this is meant to be in a chopper mode, but the wheels here, at least, are made completely redundant, because this doesn't. If you've assembled it the way that the instructions tell you to, although I'm not sure if this is meant to be left on, but there's no other place to stick this particular piece. You don't move it; it wonks over. So that's not very good. Now to transform it to the rabbit mode. First thing is to remove the red piece underneath. Second thing is to remove the chopper blades. And then we just have to move these front parts down so they form front legs. Fold down these separate parts and open them up. Like this for the hind legs. I move the chopper blades back to form ears, and just basically just reattach this piece to the bottom via that peg here. There we go. And then the chopper blades just have to get folded up like this, and then they get attached to the back. And this is the rabbit mode. What do I think? Does it look anything like a rabbit? Yes, it does. The ears are kind of... I'm not a big fan of the ears. I think the rest of it is fine though. And the tail looks just a bit wrong too. It's going for like a cottontail aesthetic. It's got it a bit wrong. It's got these big sticky outy grey parts, which I'm not really a fan of, but the rest of it's okay. And now of course, because we have the rabbit Zord, we can now combine the the red, blue and yellow Zords into the Beast X Megazord, and oh my god, this is going to take forever. So the first thing we need to do is work on these two Zords, the blue and the yellow. And the first thing we can do for the blue is simply start off with removing the wheels from the top of the Zord. And then remove the arms, which are very tightly attached. So, then we have to remove the head and remove the legs and put this off to the side. Then we have to rearrange the pieces. What that means is that we take the arms here, twist the fists around, push the fists in, push the connector peg in, do the same on the other side, and then we have to take the leg parts and then connect them so the clips and the peg hole matches up. So the monkey feet is facing behind and the wheels are facing in front. This is a Megazord leg. So they all, this Megazord are Megazord leg. I think they're more like Megazord feet, not legs. Do the same on the other side. There we go. And then what we have to do for this piece here, we have to move the grey little grill piece down and slide in these little wheels into the connectors, and it's not being the easiest. I have no idea how to do this. Oh, there we go. You have to move these little clips down here, and then they'll go into the little holes here. So slide them in nice. And do the same on the other side. And this is the Gorilla Zord rearranged for the Beast X Megazord. So it does a nice job of retaining the original GoBustero design. This is actually what I call advanced Megazord design, because there's not so many Megazords these days which will do this, or maybe apart from Dino Fury. Because the case of regular or modern Megazords just go, here's a body, here's an arm, here's another arm, here's a leg, here's another leg. And so many Megazords these days follow the Go Busters or Ruse Soldier aesthetic of take every Zord apart and then assemble it in like a complicated way. So honestly, I wish more Megazords would do that, because more design aesthetic, right? Then we have to take the Rabbit Zord, and then we remove. Do we remove the? Right, we have to remove the ears, remove the tail, remove the belly, take off the head, take off these two jet parts here, which I think they're supposed to be jets. I'm not sure. Split this. And then split this. And then what we need to do for the Megazord arms is we need to fold up these feet pieces here and then move them all the way around. And then this is the only bit I don't like. These fists are very difficult to remove. There's no like thing for you to grab onto with your nails. There we go. It's really, really awkward. Then do the same on the other side. You can see how much I'm struggling here, can't you? Oh, come on. There we go. Only difference is with this arm is that you can now reconnect the ears. Or leave them connected, but why not? It uses it does this very nicely, I must say. It's like a shield that works like this. So that's nice creativity. Reuses the same parts in a good way. You can move these parts up like this, which I'm not really a fan of, because Yeah, that sounds like it's going to break. So maybe don't do that. So that's the two blue and the yellow Zords completely disassembled. Now we have to bring in the skeleton guy, which is the Cheetah Megazord battle mode, and the sword's just fallen down a really difficult tight space. Can we get it in time? Yes, we can. So all we need to do now to get this guy ready for combining, we have to push this down here. There we go. Take off the cheetah head. Fold up the arms here. This is going to be engine-o actually, if I do say so myself. Fold them up here, and oh no, attach the cheetah head to this arm right here, and attach the rabbit head to the other. I just called a shoulder an arm. Oh good grief! Here, like this, and then because it's wobbling around, we need to fold down the Megazord feet like this. And slide in the gorilla feet this time. Now this is going to really boost this guy's height. This is as tall as it gets though, luckily. And then we need to plug in this blue part into the front. Actually no, don't do that. I'm just going to fold in the... For the head we need to fold down this grey spike, fold open the glasses. And now we can attach this quickly. There we go. And then it's a case of attaching the arms. As you can see, there's some clip pieces, square clip pieces, which means this Megazord is not Zord Builder compatible. Imagine that. None of the Hasbro Megazords are Zord Builder compatible. Oh, and yeah, Hasbro's quality control isn't very good, which is a bit of a pain actually, because the gorilla feet don't want to stay in, which is kind of a pain when you're trying to do a video like this. And then what we need to do is we need to grab this piece here, then this piece, and then join them together. And this forms a Megazord helmet. This goes over. This just drops over the cheetah head. And then for the Megazord sword, we need to take the existing... Where's it gone? I was going to say we need to take the existing cheetah sword, but it's gone. Where's it dropped off to? Oh, it's gone all the way back into the same crevice it was in before. Never mind. Right, we need to take the existing cheetah sword and we need to attach these like little yellow jet pieces to the clips on the side. And this is the Megazord sword. And then for the last two pieces, what I really like is that this actually uses every piece that you're given. You combine these two existing pieces, so the gorilla body and the rabbit's front legs here, like this, and this little clip here goes on the back of this Megazord as a counterweight backpack. And this is the Beast X Megazord. I must say it's a huge boy. It is. The really annoying feature, but the legs, they don't feel like they're going to stay secured properly. But other than that, they've done a very good job, Hasbro has. They've done a very good job of retaining this Megazord's design as it was original. Again, I've got a problem with the rabbit's fists not coming out, even with some force, so that's a problem for me at least. Inserting Megazord's sword though isn't a problem, it goes in quite easily. The articulation on this is... Do you see what I mean about this Megazord not wanting to stay together properly? Come out. This Megazord's articulation kicks the Japanese one to the post. Although articulation isn't much of a thing I care about, this has a lot of articulation for a Megazord. I must say that the most of the Cheetah's Megazord capabilities for articulation has been ignored a bit, with how you can't really move these legs around because it's the only real thing keeping this Zord up. But the shoulder articulation, there's some other movement here which you can't really do. These go all the way around, so this is not standard on Megazord articulation. This has a 1-up. And then of course, as soon as this came out, Bandai of Japan saw this, and that's why 2022's Dino Oni Taijin has a lot more articulation than previous Sentai robots. And then after that, King Oja also had some really good articulation, which has only been, and they've only just stopped that because of this year's Boom Boom Joe Robo, because there's a spring gimmick, so they've sacrificed the articulation for a spring gimmick. But the important thing is, when King Oja came out, Hasbro's massively articulated Megazords stopped. Because while Super Sentai was still going with the articulation, Hasbro produced the very, very overpriced Cosmic Fury Megazord, which is basically just a brick. Right. That's going to be everything from this video. This massive bloke is only going to appear in this video because there's another few combinations you can do with the Cheetah Megazord, which means I have to get to the Cheetah Megazord, especially when it comes to the Stag video, because the Stag Jet can of course combine with the Cheetah Megazord and the Mantis Megazord, not the Beetle Megazord, the Mantis Megazord, and we will get to show that 2 videos on, because the next video, believe it or not, will be the Mantis Zord, which is the Gold Zord. It's a crane. And apparently, according to Power Rangers, cranes should have fists on either side. Odd for construction work, but alright, mate.